All right, a very good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's strategy session. I'm Prankur Arora, reporting from the CAT4MBA YouTube channel. Now, what I'm here to talk about today are three characteristics of successful MBA aspirants. Every year we get to listen to the journeys of the top performers in the CAT exam. And obviously, even if you talk to alums who are not really the 100 percentilers or the 99 percentilers, but people who've gotten through to good management institutions, to good business schools, they'll tell you something that is very, very common among all achievers, right? And that is what I'm going to be zeroing in on right now. Before we do that, allow me to tell you a little bit about myself. I am Prankur Arora. I am a writer, a trainer, a coach. I've been in the learning industry for a long time now. I'm a published author. Wrote this book called It's Not Funny. Got published a couple of years back. It is a work of satirical fiction, dark existential humor, essentially, right? So, if you're fond of Papa CJ, Biswapati Sarkar, great satirists, right? They gave this book glowing testimonials, right? I hold advanced certifications in facilitation from Leadership Management International, and I co-founded this startup by the name of Thought Sutra. So, that's pretty much about me. Now, let me come to you with a blank canvas, right? This is a blank canvas. But what I'm going to be talking about are three common attributes that you will. So, if you listen to top achievers from every year, right? If you listen to top achievers from every year, you will find three common attributes. You will find three common attributes among all these top achievers. Number one, the first thing that you would find is that all of them have a positive mental attitude. All of them have a positive mental attitude. Right? What is a positive mental attitude? What do I mean by that? If you watch my last video, which was talking about the blueprint of success, you know what attitude is, right? Attitude is a habit of thought, right? So what I'm trying to get at is that when I say that they have positive mental attitude, what I'm trying to say is that they've got a positive habit of thought. That means that they look for ways things can be done instead of trying to figure out reasons for why things can't be done, right? Instead of dwelling upon why things can't be done or should not be done or would not be done, they try to figure out ways by which things can get done. That is positive expectancy. They always look at their powers instead of looking at their problems. They always look at their strengths instead of looking at their limitations, instead of looking at their weaknesses. And that is what I want you to focus on. Look for your strengths. Don't come back and tell me कि यार सर मेरे को comprehension नहीं समझ आती. Look for your strengths. Find out what it is that can help you crack the RC instead of coming and telling me यार कि मेरे को वर्ड समझ में नहीं आ रहे, मेरे को सेंटेंसेस समझ में नहीं आ रहे. तो कुछ तो आता होगा. जो समझ में आता है, hang on to that thread and then develop on it. Are you getting my point? Second attribute that you will find common among all these achievers is that they are goal directed, they are goal oriented, right? It's not like they are preparing for a year without knowing ठीक है ये गोल सबका हो सकता है कि मेरे को कैट में 95 या 98 या 99 percentile लाना है. But what I'm talking about are those weekly goals. What I'm talking about are those daily goals, right? Weekly goals, daily goals, right? They break the 99 percentile goal down into monthly, weekly, daily targets, right? They are all goal directed people. They have their weekly sheets, their daily sheets charted out, drawn out. They know what they're going to be doing on a daily basis. They know where they stand, they know where they want to go, and they know for a fact how they're going to get there, right? So weekly goals broken down into daily goals is what I'm trying to get at. And finally, the third attribute that you'll find common among all these people is that they're self-motivated. You guys, they're always self-motivated. That is what it is. They're self-motivated people, they're self-motivated beings. They have the ability to wind their own clock, right? If you have a bad day, that's all right. It should not be turning into a bad week. The next day, you've got to rewind. You've got to rewind your clock. You know that you've got to be a self-starter, right? They know that before you can understand, motivate, or lead others, you must understand, motivate, and lead yourself. How are you going to become a CXO or the founder of a successful startup? Run a team of people, manage a team of people if you can't run yourself, if you can't manage yourself. All right. So, these are the three things that I found as common qualities, as common attributes among all these people, right? You've got to develop a more positive attitude, you've got to be goal directed, and you will become even more motivated, and you will become, you know, you will become even more successful, and you will be able to achieve all these goals if you know how to rewind your clock, if you know how to set yourself free from all the elephant chains that hold you down. And how are you going to do that? Now I'm going to be talking about another concept, which is what they call the slight edge in the world of psychology. The slight edge. Now understand that it is a common perception. It is a very common perception among people that there is a big difference between the average people and very successful people. But the truth is, there is only this much of a difference, a slight difference between them. And that is the difference that they call the slight edge in the world of psychology. Right? I'll give you an example. If you look at the Olympics 100-meter dash, right? The difference between somebody who stands first, say Usain Bolt or a Johan Blake or an Asafa Powell, and the person who's standing fifth or sixth in that 100-meter dash, the difference is of milliseconds. Right? The difference is of milliseconds, right? And those milliseconds are what we call the slight edge that the person who's standing first or who's winning that 100-meter dash has, right? You have all those photo finishes, right? Look up a 100-meter race in the Olympics on Google, on YouTube, right? Fraction of an inch, that is the difference between somebody who's standing first and somebody who's standing fourth or fifth or sixth. Few milliseconds, right? And the winner gets all the glory, but somebody who's standing fifth, the world does not know their name, right? So it's the same with people. You know, person, for example, a person who's earning bloody 60,000 rupees right now does not work three times as hard as someone who's earning 1,50,000 a month, right? That is, these are the average brackets of salaries in the corporate managerial world right now, right? So somebody who's earning 60,000 is not and does not work lesser than somebody who's earning 1,50,000. But the person who's earning 1,50,000, even they don't work twice as hard or 2.5 times somebody who's earning 60k. But what is the difference? The difference is the slight edge. The difference is the slight edge, and the slight edge that I told you about is that you've got to focus on smart work. That is what will give you slight edge. You've got to focus on smart work instead 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 of hard work. That is what your focus should be. Focus on smart work, not on hard work. Focus on those weekly targets, those daily goals that you make for yourself, because every time you achieve a daily goal, a weekly goal, you will get a dopamine kick. But understand that even when you're setting these goals for yourself, मेक श्योर दैट दे आर स्मार्ट गोल्स. ऐसे नहीं बोलना है कि यार इस हफ्ते के एंड में ना मैं 1/3 कंप्लीट कर लूंगा VARC का. दैट इज नॉट अ गोल. ब्रेक इट डाउन इनटू टॉपिक्स. आफ्टर टॉपिक्स ब्रेक इट डाउन इनटू क्वेश्चंस. डेली क्वेश्चंस का टारगेट बनाओ. वीकली टॉपिक्स का टारगेट बनाओ. दैट इज हाउ यू मेक योर गोल्स. यू डोंट से आई अचीव हाफ द सिलेबस. नो. Figure out topics, figure out daily questions, figure out mock tests, figure out quizzes and tests that you'll appear for. Those are your daily targets, those are your weekly goals, right? So, the way to form a goal is to make it smart, right? Goals are always smart, otherwise, they are dreams. Otherwise, they are dreams and they're not goals if they're not smart. What do I mean by smart? S for specific. The goal has to be specific. M is for measurable. For example, the daily goal is of 50 questions, 50 parajumbles questions is the daily goal. That means that it is measurable, right? It is measurable. A means attainable. What is the difference between uh, attainable and R for realistic? Attainable and realistic. So something that is attainable means something that can land in your lap. Something not land in your lap in the negative sense, but something that that is achievable. Something that is achievable, right? That is what I mean by attainable. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए मैंने टारगेट बना लिया अपने लिए कि आज मैं 200 क्वेश्चंस करूंगा पैराजम्बल्स के. नो, 50 is attainable. 200 is just stupid. What do I mean by realistic? By realistic I mean something, again, for example, if you right now can become a prime minister of India. Attainable attainable but not really realistic, right? For quite a lot of us, maybe realistic for you if you've got that goal in politics. But right now you cannot say that I'll become the president of United States, because to become the president of United States you have to be a natural born citizen of the US, right? Anybody else cannot become the president of United States. You have to be a naturally born citizen in the United States to become the president of United States, right? So becoming Prime Minister of India is attainable, but it is not really realistic for quite a lot of us. Whereas becoming the President of United States is neither attainable nor is it realistic. And T means tangible. T means tangible, right? If you are making it measurable, then more often than not, it will be tangible as well. What I mean by tangible is that you will be able to view the result, right? Every day you know what the result is. Every day you know for a fact that, okay, fine, this is the glory that I've attained for today. You get that dopamine rush once it is tangible, once you see the results in front of us, and then you have a good night's sleep. That is what I'm trying to get at. All right. So this has been my lesson for you guys, my tip for you guys. Now these are a few things, a few features that I would want to talk about on the Unacademy platform. You will get access to daily live classes where, as a learner, you can talk to the educator, you can chat with them, you can engage in discussions with them, you can ask your doubts. The question answers, they are conducted in the form of live polls, so you can participate in those live polls even while the class is going on. Essentially, you're always competing for a place on the leaderboard when you participate in those live polls. There, we regularly conduct tests and quizzes on the platform. The idea of these tests and quizzes is to help you develop perspective about your learning journey. All the courses on the platform are structured courses, very much in line with the exam syllabus to help you get the best of everything. And with one subscription, you get unlimited access to it all. All right. These are the various subscription models. You can clearly see as the time period goes up, the cost of the subscription per month goes down dramatically. And if you use my name Prankur, you'll get an extra 10% off on any of the subscription that you go for. These are the few achievers few achievers who earned glory, and they're all Unacademy subscribers, as you can see. These are the batches we're launching nowadays, right? So look up all these educators. You can start learning from them for free before figuring out whether you'd want to enroll into a whale key subscription benefits or not, right? And this is the Unacademy Champions League, which will running on Sunday, February 14th from 5 to 5:40 p.m. This is a VARC test, right? And I would recommend that you partake in this, because this will help you develop a lot of perspective about your learning journey. This will help you understand where you are versus where you want to be, right? Basically, it will help you define your goals, right? Once you participate in the test and you have the results in front of you, you have an analysis right in front of you, you know where you went wrong, where, for example, it will tell you that it will give you the time that you're spending on every question. It will give you your topic wise scores, right? You would be able to view कि मैं para jumbles में better कर रहा हूँ या मैं critical reasoning में better कर रहा हूँ, right? So once you have that analysis, I think it will help you figure out your own strategies quite a bit. It will help you define your goals, right? So thank you so much everybody for tuning in. This has been Prankur Arora from the CAT4MBA YouTube channel. See you guys again.